Well, look, I will say in times of crisis, character is revealed. You're right, there have been some left-wing Democrats in Congress who blamed Israel. There have been left-wing radical groups. There were, sadly, at my alma mater at Harvard, there were 34 student groups that put out a statement that said all of this violence is 100% Israel's fault. That is utterly bizarre. And I got to say, anyone who finds moral ambiguity, anyone who claims there's some justification, there's no justification for raping and killing children. There's no justification for decapitating babies. What they're doing here is horrific and it is evil, period, full stop.
There are those voices there across this region and elsewhere who say the price of military action is too great, that too many civilians are now dying, too many Palestinians are already dying.
We're in a full war here, and the responsibility isn't on us. You should take that question straight back to Hamas. We are here because we have no other choice.
Congressman Allred, do you regret calling for the release of millions of dollars to Hamas?
You're on federal property. You can't do this here.
Congressman Allred, do you regret calling for the release of millions of dollars to Hamas?
You really can't do that.
Congressman Allred, do you regret calling for the release of millions of dollars to Hamas?
You really
I'll
can't
get the
do that
Capitol
in
Police
here.
for you.
Do you regret voting against Iron Dome funding as Hamas attacked Israel with rockets aimed at civilians?
You're on federal property. Stop doing this.
Why are you standing with Hamas over Israel?
All right.
Why are you supporting Biden's open border policies?
We'll get the Capitol Police for you.
Why did you funnel taxpayer dollars to a group hosting drag shows for children?
I gotta figure out how to make money on this thing. It's simply too good. Gotta figure out how to make money on this. I really want to.
U.S. troops prepare for potential deployment to Israel. The report comes as Gaza braces for a ground invasion by the Israeli military in response to last week's horrific massacre, which was carried out by Hamas. By Ian Miles Chong, October 16, 2023 in News. The U.S. military is preparing around 2,000 soldiers for a potential deployment to Israel, according to U.S. defense officials who spoke to the Wall Street Journal on Monday. The report comes as Gaza braces for a ground invasion by the Israeli military in response to last week's horrific massacre, which was carried out by Hamas. The soldiers will be tasked with missions like providing advice and medical support, the officials informed the publication, adding that they come from across various branches of the U.S. military. Their role will be non-combat, and no infantry have been put on prepare to deploy order, per the Wall Street Journal. Currently, the soldiers are stationed in both the Middle East and outside, including in Europe. It isn't clear how they will be deployed if they're sent to Israel, or where exactly they will be headed, but the Department of Defense has signaled support to Israeli troops should the IDF launch a ground incursion into Hamas-held Gaza.